You remember me?
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Unfiltered Thoughts, where we have the what?
The rawest conversations.
Woo! With real insights today. Once again, you know it's my main man Sticks. You know what I'm saying? What up, though? Mr. Illinois, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Entrepreneur, Mr. Round Table himself, baby. Stay tuned for them new hits. You hear me? Stay tuned for them new hits he got coming.
Yes, sir.
Talk to him, Sticks.
Road Runner, Double R Sticks, the General mixtape on the way, standing at the scratch line.
Woo! Mixed
Looking for that.
And he gave me a teaser, y'all. He gave me a teaser. He got some heat. He got some heat. So stay tuned, y'all. So hey, thank y'all for joining us again. You know we here, we live, we back on the set. You know, our last 3 episodes, man, we've been dealing with empowerment, you know. What it is, what it looked like, you know, we went in depth, you know, so we leaning over how to get there.
Yeah, we basically going over the steps of the basics. Feel me? Show you how to put this engine together, get your shit running right.
Hey man, you know, one of the things that always bring me laughter to my head is that when Henry Ford wanted to create the V8 engine, they thought he was crazy.
That's how most things happen before it happens. You gotta be crazy.
Not only do we got V8s, we got V10s, V12s.
Thought a V8 was impossible, huh?
You hear me? So yeah, just like Stick said, you know, we're going to tell you how to get there. We're going to take these steps. We're going to tell you about this process, you know, a series of steps to actions, you know. And that's one of the things that I need you, the people, to realize is let us learn not to compartmentalize everything. Start looking at things like a whole. What you think, Sticks?
Yeah, facts. Because I believe you do have to compartmentalize, but you gotta know the picture you're looking at before you can do that. Because you gotta know the whole thing, because you gotta know what everything is, you gotta know what's going on, you gotta have an understanding in order to move, because you get distracted, you get blindsided, and you gotta know the instincts to have to move the way you're supposed to move. You gotta see the whole picture for that.
That's it. Living, baby, living. All right, so what we gonna do, man, we're gonna jump right in. We're gonna talk about accountability. Woo! Hey, man, that word right there, man.
It's a heavy word, Jack.
Heavy word. And this is where I'm coming from. I'm coming from the definition of it. Accountability, the fact or condition of being accountable. And then responsibility. Bam! Responsibility. What you think there, Sticks?
Responsibility. That's what it's all about. Accountability, responsibility go hand in hand, don't it?
Oh, I definitely do believe so.
Definitely
do believe so. So we're going to get into this first question real quick.
What you got for
What
you got for the people?
What we got for the people? What does personal accountability look like to you? It's a 2-part question. And how do you differentiate it from external accountability?
2-part question. Let's go back to the first half. Read that back to me again.
Okay, that's the part that I like. What does personal accountability look like to you?
What does personal accountability look like to me? It looked like being responsible for yourself, even when, you know what I'm saying, you're not in a good light. Even if, you know what I'm saying, you ain't the man right now.
Okay.
because it depends on what role you playing in life at that time. If you're in a leadership role, then accountability is all on you, even when you're not the one being accountable for it. You know what I'm saying? So personal accountability is everything. It's the door you open when you want to get further, because you only build it up so much because something in the way. And if you take accountability for your actions and really analyze the situation, you'll see what's in the way.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. So you answer both parts.
I don't know. I just be talking.
Oh yeah.
I tell you how it
Yeah. You was able to tie in to both parts.
So let's go ahead and go over that second part though. So even though I did cover,
okay.
so they'll get a clear understanding what we talking about.
What does personal accountability look like to you, and how do you differentiate it from external accountability, like in work or relationships?
How do I tell the difference? I mean, that's kind of hard to explain. It's like a gray area, but how you do anything is how you do everything, first and foremost.
See, you said that earlier. I like that.
Yeah,
I was waiting on that.
I mean,
I was waiting on that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
It's about, because the thing is, if you train yourself to do something, you're doing it with your subconscious, which means if you go into something, the first thing that kick in the fight or flight is your subconscious. But that's another story. But how you do anything is how you do everything, meaning I don't really see a way to differentiate it, because I can't go over here with a mindset and get something done and have half a mindset over here and think I'm gonna get the same results. Feel what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. But there is situations and silver linings where you are in a situation to where you don't want to be over accountable. You don't want to be just taking on accountability. You want what you're already accountable for.
But see, I'm happy that we haven't. See, this second time we having this conversation today. So now, see, I'm looking for that responsibility part of accountability, because okay, just like you just used the example. I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, I had an appointment come by that we moved from 10 already, and it was moved to 11. Okay. Yeah. Then when they got here, they had stuff going on. Okay. And they still showed up. And I had said, hey, man, if you want to reschedule, we can.
Yeah.
You know, because what I need is preoccupied. You got stuff going on.
I need your full attention.
I need your brain.
Yeah.
And your brain is over there.
True.
You see what I'm saying? I understand you don't like rescheduling and everything, but I just don't need your body here.
Yeah, I need you to be in it. You got to be in it. If we could do this on Zoom, you can stay over there. Just give me your attention.
You see what I'm
need
saying?
Your brain. Yeah.
So I would have understood that, hey, man, I got this going on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah, let's go ahead and reschedule, because that's dear to me.
I'd rather you reschedule than bring me half a performance.
Because we coming together to build the best. To make whatever happen, we making it happen. So I don't need that half. You see what I'm saying? See, that's why when I was saying earlier, I don't believe it's a difference between personal and external when it comes to accountability. Accountability is accountability.
True.
You see what I'm saying? And just off of those two examples that we both just used. That's why my thought process is the way that it is. Can you see that now?
I mean, yeah, I could definitely understand it. I see the way you think. I don't fully understand it because I don't want to be accountable for your thoughts.
I like that. All right. Let's get to question number 2 here. Question number 2. See, I like asking these questions, y'all. This is how we generate these raw conversations. You know, and I'm hoping that you taking these times. Thank you first for liking, sharing, and taking the time to follow us over here, unfiltered thoughts, dealing with our madness, as we bring this laughter and this truth to y'all. So thank you for that. Question number 2. How do you deal with the discomfort or resistance that comes with taking full responsibility for your actions and decisions? Let me read that again. How do you deal with the discomfort or resistance that comes with taking full responsibility for your actions and decisions? Whoo.
Alright. First and foremost, I've learned this over my years of living in trials and tribulations, trial and error anyway. And I'm going to compare it to lying and telling the truth. Because this is how I was able to get to a point where I can say, you know what, I'm going to be accountable. And they say if you tell a lie, you got to tell 20 to back it up. I was so cold, I had that 20 waiting on you already. I told you that first lie, I had the 20 waiting on you. But it don't never lead to no good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You always end up with less than what you started with. And I use that in the same form of accountability. Because if I ain't being accountable, then I'm being deceptive. And you never get what you know what I'm saying? It's always easy to put it on the table and deal with whatever coming at you than to think you can prolong or get around or it'll blow over anything, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how that person or anything, how that situation is going to resolve itself. But the longer you put it off, you still got whatever karma to deal with, if any. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because being accountable comes with saying, hey, I take the karma. In my eyes. You feel me?
But being accountable, you take it what comes with the cause.
Whatever,
and effect.
yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Whatever comes with it.
You use this term, standing on your business.
Oh no, basically standing on business.
Standing on business.
See,
yeah, I like that.
Because basically what it is, and that's what it is, it's accountability. Because a lot of people would think standing on business is the way you look, the way you dress, the way you actually handle your business. It's the way you handle your business, but it's not in no simple form that you can that's tangible. You know what I'm saying? It's like I tell people, take care of the business will take care of you. And people didn't understand what I said because some people feel like, oh, if the business up and running and I got this little change, instead of investing it back into the business, I'm going to go spend it on myself for some instant gratification.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
When whole time, you don't know what's coming next. So you put the money back in the business. If the business is running good, even if it take a hit, it's still able to sustain it.
Right.
You don't lose nothing. As opposed to you having to go get it again because you spent it on yourself and now you ain't got no way to get it back. To put it back in the business.
Right.
You know
Especially when you're
so,
building.
Yeah, so accountability is like that, standing on the business. You know what I'm saying? Take care. If you signed up to do something and you agreed to it, whatever is in your agreement, you take care of that. Even if the agreement going sour, you do your part. That way, when it's all said and done, you can't say, I didn't do this or I didn't do that. I can walk away with a clean slate of conscience.
So, what you're saying is, being accountable is not no more than what you said you was going to do.
Yeah, being responsible. If I tell you I'm finna go, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna clean the house when I get home, or I'm gonna wash the dog, I'm gonna cut your grass or whatever, that time comes, you either gonna be accountable and responsible or you're not.
Mm-hmm. Now, these are steps that we have to take to get to empowerment, y'all, which is our true self.
Yeah, facts. Because, you know what I'm saying, as within, so without. As above, so below. How can you expect the world around you to be good if the world inside you ain't?
You see what I'm saying? So you have to become responsible for self in order to reach these levels. And you have to start with accountability. Much as you want to get around it, much as you want to bend it, much as you want to form it to your will, you can't. Because it simply says, the fact, F-A-C-T, or condition of being accountable, responsible. It doesn't change. If it's personal, if it's external, it doesn't change. It's a fact. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. With that question, what steps have helped you stay accountable even when it's hard?
It's just for me. It's securing my word, securing my face, my brand. You feel me?
He said securing his word, his faith,
My face.
and your face
Yeah.
and brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though all three of those things is the same. You know what I'm saying? Like my name, my stable. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned no matter where you are in this world, if you got a good brand, you got a good face, a good name, you can still get stuff done. You can still accomplish things.
Is that perfect?
Is it perfect?
Is being accountable perfect?
No. But it's worth it.
Oh, I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's do that again for the people.
He talking about for the people.
Is being accountable a perfect?
Nah, but it's worth it. Look, he trying to reel me in there, man. Doggone. I ain't here for your entertainment. Nah, I'm playing. But nah, because you got to look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Is anything perfect?
No. And if you think it is, there's something wrong with you.
You know what I'm saying? Because the only thing that's perfect in life is the fact that nothing's perfect. Because guess what? Now you can't judge me. And I can't judge you.
The only thing, it's only one thing that's perfect.
What's that?
God. That's it.
But I say in life,
I know,
not in existence.
I
you know what I'm saying?
I wanted to help.
Okay, I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying?
I don't need them to thinking that we ate to this and all.
No.
I want to let the people know.
Yeah, no. That's what I mean. Is you know what I'm saying, on earth and stuff you can touch and you know what I'm saying. Nothing.
Right.
Everything is. If you look at the structure of the body, human body,
it's,
your left side is different from your right side from head to toe.
Say it again.
Your left side is different from your right side from head to toe.
So you
Each
ain't
ligament.
So you ain't perfect, right?
So you expect, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I say it's because if it was perfect, then it wouldn't be no growth to it.
That is correct.
You know what I'm saying? Most things grow under pressure.
Right.
So it got to be something wrong or incomplete to leave room for growth. So therefore, it ain't perfect. But it's worth it because you sleep better at night. You walk, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry. You know when they talking about them names in them circles, you know your name ain't one of them.
Huh.
And if it is, then it won't make it far because somebody lying.
There you go. Bam. That part. Now, for me, what steps I take to help me stay accountable is reflection. Remembering where I was. Because I know if I forget, I'll lose everything.
And I talk too much. I brag too much. I was like, boy, you ain't know nothing. You was talking all this. You been talking about this podcast, this music for years. I got to be accountable, man.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, we're going to move on to the next question. What role do self-reflection and feedback play in your journey toward greater accountability? And how can someone create an environment that encourages both without feeling judged? Let me read that again. What role do self-reflection and feedback play in your journey toward greater accountability? And how can someone create an environment that encourages both without feelings and being judged?
First, give me that first part again. We're going to break it down.
See, that's what I'm talking about. What role do self-reflection and feedback play in your journey toward greater accountability?
To me, it plays the biggest role because once I stop analyzing myself, then I'm no longer growing. And two, if I stop taking feedback, then I got nothing to challenge against what's already there. You feel me? Meaning, if I might not like what you say, but 9 times out of 10, if I don't like it, it's because it got some truth to it. Which means now you got to go back to self-analyzing.
Ooh.
So it plays the biggest part. And you say something about, what was that second one? A safe space for a person not to feel, you can't not feel judged. Because, run it back to me, I want to make sure I'm addressing this the right way.
And how can someone create an environment that encourages both without feeling judged?
I feel like that goes back to the is it perfect situation.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna be able to, because the human mind, if you once you understand the growth of the process of the growth that you're going through, you're gonna understand nothing is without judgment.
That is correct.
Nothing is without some type of give and take.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you lean in, that's why you got the accountability and the responsibility to double back once you get yourself together and straighten that situation out. You feel me?
See,
you got to give back to those that gave you.
But that happens by knowing self, correct?
Facts, yeah.
You
because you got to know what you're able to give to keep going. Because just to get off track a little bit, but I be telling people this, like, bro, you're using a person. That's what life is about. Mm-hmm. It's not about being so big on using, it's how you use a person. Mm-hmm. And make sure that you allow that person to use you, or you're able to replace what you used them for.
It's a principle.
Because you have to, once you take from something, it just don't grow back. Mm-mm. You got to put something back that's going to grow. You know what I'm saying? It's like seeds and trees. They may fall over and die, but they don't lose their roots. Once you take the roots from it, there's no more room. There is no more tree.
Right.
So nothing's you just leave a hole in the ground, it's not gonna grow back.
That is correct.
But if you walk past, you ain't even gotta water it. You just drop a seed in that hole. Something gonna grow.
Something gonna grow.
You feel what I'm saying? You drop the and walk away.
The natural
the world
process.
Gonna do the rest. Yeah.
But is it gonna grow accurately? Is it gonna grow properly?
Now that depends on if you want to go that deep and say
we have to. We teaching. We have to. If you put that seed in that hole and walk away, is it gonna turn out like it's supposed to? It's gonna grow.
I believe it'll turn out the way nature intended it. Is it gonna turn out the way you wanted it to? No.
Okay, I'll take that.
Because we leaving it to nature. We don't know what's gonna happen next. But like that's why I say if you want to go deeper, then you come back, you make sure that tree grow properly.
You got to nurture it and give it love. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
See, can't get away from principle, baby.
He tells,
you can fight it, you can bug it,
yeah.
But guess what?
But that's why I go off like I do sometimes, because a person will hear you talking and know what you're talking, but they don't understand the gist of it. They don't get the general principle of what you're saying. So sometimes you just got to feed them a story and talk to them a little bit. That's all.
And because we want everybody, we want to get understanding ourselves. And we want you to get understanding.
I think comprehension is our biggest problem dealing in the community.
Say it again.
And it's a hard problem to deal with because everybody don't comprehend at the same pace.
Comprehension and communication.
Facts. That's the biggest thing.
Woo! That's another episode, y'all. We getting there.
We getting there.
Check this out. I had to show you the value of empowerment. Okay. Now we saw that. We went into 3 episodes of that. If you ain't watched all 3 of them, they not all out. We are gonna release them, but we done dropped one. No, yeah, we dropped one. And y'all seeing clips of the second one.
Check them out.
But now we here to accountability. Now once we get through accountability, we gonna get to communication, and then. He just brought a whole nother one with that was like we gonna have a button that call it the Eureka button. that aha moment. You know what I'm saying? Because that comprehension, that was a Eureka to go with that communication. Because that's what this is leading up to. Accountability leading up to communication. But if you're not comprehending, That's
You
how
missed the
valuable.
whole point. That's the bridge.
Man.
Comprehension, powerful piece, man.
Woo. All right, all right, all right. Let's go to the next question, man. Let's go to the next question. People got too much on that one. Can you recall a moment when you lacked the accountability held you back? Can you recall a moment when a lack of
Accountability
accountability
held me back. Yep.
held you back? Let's talk about it.
It involves you.
Woo.
Ironically. Nah, I was about 19, 20 years old. And I think we had a studio session. And I was like, man, I gotta go to Chicago. All right, I got something to do. Whole time I went on the other side of town. You know what I'm saying? Lack of accountability. If I'd have just took my ass to the studio, I might have not have went to jail. So that always play heavy in my mind. I think those are one of them turning points that was like, man,
Wow.
if you don't try this music shit, man, you playing with yourself.
Hey man, and I have always told you that. And then when I sat down and listened to your music today, man, the growth.
Yeah.
It's a lot of growth there, man. It's a lot of growth there, and the people, y'all gonna love it when y'all hear it, man. Cause y'all gonna hear his pain.
Double out sticks, man. Road runner, in general.
Yeah. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. All right. Can you recall a moment when you lacked accountability held you back? You know, you just shared yours with us. I'm gonna share mine with you. You know, this when I learned about being accountable, I was being a criminal. You know, had the criminal mind going on. I had operation running, and I had certain principles that I would stick by in this operation. But I had allowed someone to change a part of the operation because I had brought them in. And I allowed it just to teach them a lesson that that's not the way that it's supposed to work, but it cost me everything in the process of it. That's why it's so important about sticking to your word, sticking to that standard. That standard is set for a reason. You know, if I would have gave in 8, 9 years ago, we wouldn't be sitting here. I may be back locked up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You know, but I'm thankful that we're here. I'm thankful to hear your experience. That happened at 19, 20. I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah.
That plays a factor while we here right now today, too.
Because I definitely supposed to be in the studio that night. I said, man, I tell cuz, hey, man, look, drop me out around. I think I told him the same thing because I ain't want to. That's another thing. Cause like I didn't want to feel like I was letting him down because he brought me through that. Like, man,
Right.
So I'm like, that I can't tell him the truth neither. I lie to him too. Hey, so, man, I'm finna go to the crib, man. My people, they finna pick me up right now. I thought I was at the crib for real, been gone so long. Yeah, you ain't never bring your ass back, did you?
All right. Let's move along. How do you hold others accountable in a way that's constructive and respectful without creating tension and defensiveness? Whew. Let me read this again because hey, this question right here, man, is that's a hard pill to swallow. How do you hold others accountable in a way that constructive and respectful without creating tension or defensiveness?
For myself,
Hey, that's what we're talking about.
defensiveness for them.
Let's read.
You know what? I got you. You gotta if it's a teaching moment, if you holding somebody else accountable, but you don't want to get defensive at their response or how they handle it. Is that how you asking me?
That is correct.
All right. So basically, what you do is you go in with the understanding that this is just a learning situation. You have to take your emotions out of it and leave it as a teaching point. Because that person, if they learning, if you teaching them accountability, then they gonna be frustrated. They're gonna be angry. They gonna be, you know what I'm saying, to a point where it might say you got to understand that this is something that you're teaching. It's not you not getting no satisfaction out of this, out the gate. You just helping somebody. You getting satisfaction out of the fact that you're helping somebody help themselves by taking accountability. You getting them to understand taking accountability is actually helpful to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't doing this for me.
Mm-hmm.
I could just cut you off and stop dealing with you. I don't care. Feel what I'm saying? Now it started to sound like something somebody might say. You feel me? So I'm teaching you or helping you gain accountability.
That's generally that people generally don't see that aspect of that.
You know what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying? They don't see that if I'm speaking, I'm caring.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to, you feel me? So you got to go in there knowing that I'm gonna ruffle your feathers.
But a lot of people don't be prepared for that.
That's true. But I mean, you could be prepared for a person aggravating you. You might not know how it's gonna come at you or what's gonna trigger it, but you got to catch it in that moment and be like, you know what? Give me a minute. I'm gonna come back and holler at you. That's like how we be talking. Like when I was like, man, look, don't talk to me till you blue in the face, because it's not gonna register until it registers. Then I'm gonna come looking for you, and you ain't gonna want to deal with it.
See, that's the reality of it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's raw communication right there.
Yeah.
Understanding communication and accountability in that.
Yeah.
But how you got there is through self.
Yeah.
And until a person learn about self, they're not gonna understand and grasp what we're talking about.
But you got to be comfortable with having your feathers rough. It's not about. It's not saying that these things is just gonna go away. Mm-hmm. Your anger ain't gonna go away. Your sadness ain't gonna go away. None of that. It's just you gotta understand that everything doesn't deserve an immediate action or immediate reaction or whatever the case may be. So what you do is you find a way later on to say, you know what? How can I deal with this on a personal level? If I'm gonna keep going through it, if I'm gonna keep trying to show a motherfucker their ways, how am I going to be able to be comfortable to keep getting up and dealing with it? Because now you're taking accountability and you're taking responsibility for making sure this person take accountability.
What I learned to do, and I had to learn it, leave the shoes on them. Just teach. Do not take their shoes.
So in short words, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Just teach. You see, because if you go anywhere past that, you're in violation. Because now you done got personal. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And me having high blood pressure, I'm learning this. Okay? In my life, man, since you have known me, I done quit drinking, smoking cigarettes, smoking cigars. I did all that to live a better life, to live a longer life. I'm looking to get another 40 years. When I get upset, my blood pressure goes up. I'm eating healthy now. I don't eat no meat. Only thing I eat is some fish, seafood, but I'm eating veggies and that. No pork, no beef, no chicken. You see what I'm saying? But when I get upset, my blood pressure instantly top number over 200. Bottom number over it's 100. Because I got upset. So, you mean to tell me that I done cut out all those things in my life to allow a person to control me, to get upset, and still die? Earlier than what I want to.
Defeat the whole purpose of not eating and everything else.
It defeats the purpose, brother.
I could have been smoking, drinking, eating pork.
Do you understand?
Nah, facts though.
And how I came to this conclusion, man, was the last time that I had got upset, I actually felt my heart get tight.
That's crazy.
Do you see what I'm saying?
So how do that affect? I mean, I wouldn't understand. That's a whole conversation for a whole nother show.
Man, let me explain something to you. I'm working on my anger now.
Yeah, you better get there because ain't no way around that if you don't.
I have to.
So who you working on your anger for? Is it a reflection of how you deal with people or how you respond to yourself?
I take everything personal. See, I hold people accountable.
Yeah.
I'm that asshole that enforce what you say, how you say it, what you say.
Be mindful what you say to me. I'm standing on the business.
You see what I'm saying? So, and when we bucking, I'm getting upset now because I'm just holding you accountable.
Yeah, and I'm invested in this. I
already told you that. And I'm getting to the point now that my upsetness is because I'm mentally thinking that now you're playing with my mental intelligence. You see what I'm saying? And I'm giving you too much. I'm giving you too much power. And they don't even know that. No one knows that they have this type of power over an individual.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I mean about being raw and real, y'all. When I saw that I was making all those sacrifices and here go one that can still take me off the board.
That's what they say, man. You don't never get rid of a habit. You just replace it for something else.
So, hey, man, that's why we're talking about this accountability thing. And it's hard to do what this question says. How do you hold others accountable in a way that's constructive and respectful without creating tension and defensiveness? That comes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. That's something that's determined by them. Yeah, I can't tell you.
It comes.
It comes with comprehension.
Because that's what truth and facts does. And being accountable, facts is in there. And I don't know in what language that you may be, but fact overrun opinion any day.
Every day. All day. Twice a day.
All right, let's move. Woo! All right, here we go. In what ways can accountability be formed of self-care or self-respect rather than just a responsibility or a burden? Woo!
That's how I feel. Like I say, you know what I'm saying? I stake mine on my face, on my name. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, you go anywhere, I'm like, man, Doug a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Well, my first see, man, I met dude over here last month, and and he was like, man, you his partner. You gonna like that over post, man. Dude was talking about you. You feel me? Or my first side eye you, and you wonder like, what the nigga? You know me. What you looking? The whole time you done heard about you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. See, burden, rather than just a responsibility or a burden, a person does that to themselves. You should never look at being accountable as a burden.
Don't do it as... It's a difference between accountability and baiting. Because you can bait somebody just for a response. That's just like this, where you tell somebody something, and they be like, when you trying to get them to be accountable, they be like, all right, man, yeah. You not really taking in what I'm telling you. You just saying yeah, so I can shut the fuck up, huh?
That's the lie, right?
That's when, but then when it become a burden to you, now you know why. You should have actually been giving me your honest response, and we can build from there.
So it should never become a burden if you keeping it in its true contents. And its true contents is the fact or the condition of being accountable. Responsibility, y'all. Hey, you know I love to have these great conversations. I love to have these raw conversations. I love to have these real insights, y'all. And I'm very thankful for y'all, you know. And today, it's a beautiful conversation, man, because we're here. We're about accountability. We have some views and some understandings that we didn't have before we started the show. Now, I hope that you have some also. What you got for the people, man?
What's going on, man? Y'all know me, same old shit, just a different day. Shout out to my people, man. Go this behavior apparel. I got some on today, man. I know I've been coming in here flashing, but I'm gonna let y'all check it out. This just a minor look, you know what I'm saying? We got the load dropping coming soon, man. Be looking out for that. Shout out to my boy KPC, No Sleep. We gonna get it moving, man. Roundtable Elite Entertainment, Double R6 Road Runner, done standing at the scratch line on the way. I appreciate all y'all for appreciating me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And thank y'all, man. And stay true. Shout out to all those black minority businesses up here in Jeff City. We're going to have a shout out roll call coming soon. So stay tuned, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace. Love.
Yo.